I am running into a little bit of a problem with these nails. This set has been on for about 5 weeks now at this point, and it's held on like actually kind of amazingly, but I do not have time to completely take this off and do a whole new set. So I'm just gonna do like as quick of a little fill as I can here. And man, this, I love the part of nail videos where you take the polish off. This is just so satisfying to me. I love seeing the color just come away from the old set. Definitely making sure I get rid of all this lifting. If I have it anywhere, there's not too much, but I did lose a couple of sidewalls and spots. So that kind of sucked. And I can definitely tell that it has been 5 weeks since I did cuticle care because, oh my gosh, look at some of these. Look at this one. That is an outrageous amount of cuticle. So I definitely needed to do this. I waited a little bit too long, for sure. Look at all of those cuticles just sitting on my desk. Ugh. But we are all cleaned up and ready to get into application. So I decided to go with some dip powder for this, just because I was missing a couple of little sections on the side walls, and to fill it with gel, it's really difficult to like get in those cracks and fill it with product. You can do it, but it's just a little bit easier with dip powder just because it has a little bit more bulk to it. So that's what I'm doing. And of course I spilled immediately. I do this every single time with these little things of dip powder. This kit's from Model 1s, so the little powder dishes are the tiniest things ever, and I spill them every single time. So one thing I like to do is I like to do one nail at a time. It just feels like it makes the process go a little bit faster. I don't know if it actually is faster, but yeah, just doing like 3-ish coats. And yeah, I don't know if you guys get this too, but I always overwork this one little section of my nail right up towards the top there, and then the pigment like falls away from that area. Kind of super irritating, and I haven't figured out what to do to avoid it yet. But yeah, and I'm just going around the cuticle area with an orange wood stick every now and then. As I go along, hitting it with that activator so it hardens as I go so I don't mess it up. Here you can see me actually fixing one of the corners. I put a little bit of product there first, really trying to make sure I get that base into the side of the nail there where it's missing, so that, you know, as I do the layers, it'll fill all the way in. So, and then I just keep overworking that one spot on every single nail. You're gonna see it every single time I do this. So, yeah, it gets fixed after a couple of coats, but yeah, I'm not sure what to do to fix that. Checking that these are all nice and hard, which they are, and went ahead and do my right hand. Just gonna go in with my file. This is just a little mini prep sanding band. I like to go in with that pretty much just around the cuticle area. I cannot get in my cuticle area with a hand file. It's just too difficult for me, so I just always use a e-file for that. And then after I do that, I go in with my hand file. I like the hand file to shape like a flat area. I feel it's a lot more easy to control. Yeah, with the e-file, I always just end up making like big divots in the top. So the hand file is my go-to for the majority of my shaping. Be careful because the edge of these can be pretty sharp. And just buffing everything, make sure I get all the big scratches out with dip powder. So I don't ever do a gel top coat on top of my dip powder because it peels real easy for me. So I just like to take a buffer, make it really smooth, because the next thing I'm going to do is seal it with just like your regular nail polish top coat. I love just a regular nail polish top coat on top of dip. It takes like 30 seconds to dry. I just have really bad results with the tops that come in dip powder kits. So if you're having trouble with those, try just a regular nail polish top coat. I like it so much better. But yeah, and that was what I was going to do to tide me over for the next couple of weeks, but unfortunately, these broke after a couple of days. Yeah, I guess I made the corners way too thin and I filed them too much, so my left hand just absolutely could not hold up. I demolished these so quickly, and those spots that I had filled in, they all kind of chipped out. So I'm going to attempt to salvage these nails here. My left hand had basically all the damage, so I'm making all of those round, keeping the ones on my right hand square. So base coat here is going to serve a dual purpose. It's going to hopefully get in all of those little cracks on the sides and fill them in and strengthen my nail so that it doesn't break and it can last a little bit longer. But then also what I'm really hoping is it's going to make the design stick. So gel does not like to stick to acrylic, so base coat helps that. Yeah, and then I wanted something very quick, very simple, because did not have time to do a complicated design, so we're just doing some blooming gel, just doing a coat of that blooming gel on all the nails, not curing it, and then taking a little dotting tool and throwing a lighter blue on there. Kind of going for like a croc print, where like the lighter piece is supposed to be like the raised area, I guess, and then it's got the darker blue on the bottom. So yeah, I know I wanted a quick and easy design, but this did not actually end up being that quick, really, because I had to do each nail individually, wait for it to bloom like the exact perfect amount, and then cure each nail individually. So yeah, it is what it is. Didn't get that much sleep that night, but at least my nails are looking cute. Yeah, I got a lot of compliments on these. I don't think I've ever gotten this many compliments on a set of nails, so I absolutely love how these turned out. But yeah, and here is the final look. So cute. Absolutely love these. And it turns out I did them the exact same colors as this blanket I've been working on, so yeah, kind of funny, just I subconsciously picked the exact same colors. Yeah, those were my couple of attempts to just kind of get until I could do a whole new full set of nails. The second fix ended up working really great. I wore them probably for like 3 weeks, so ended up working exactly how I wanted it to. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you want to see more nail content and see me do stuff like this where I might kind of fail a little bit and you can learn from me. So yeah, Sabrina does nails. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.